Hey, this is Pastor James here for a midweek message, and I just want to encourage you because there's a few things that I'd like to share with you that are really, really important coming up after this message, some announcements, some prayer requests. So let's just jump into it. This is meant to lift you up in the middle of the week. So here's the concept that I think we all know to be true, is that many people don't have enough. There are many people who don't have enough food in our world. There are many people who don't have enough encouragement. They don't have enough joy or enough hope. That is what drives us forward here, and it's always there. It's always that thing that we know in our life. One of the questions I have for you is, do you feel like you need more? Where are you in your life? Do you feel like you need more grace? Do you feel like you need more faith? Do you feel like you need more food? This is what the scripture says in Mark 8, chapter 8, verse 1. It says, in those days, there was another large crowd, so this has already happened before, with nothing to eat. And Jesus called his disciples, and he told them, he said, I feel sorry for the crowd because they have been with me for 3 days and have nothing to eat. If I send them away hungry to their homes, they won't have enough strength to travel, for some have come such a long distance. Scripture says his disciples responded, how can anyone get enough food in this wilderness? There's no food trucks, they're pointing out, to satisfy these people. There's no way. And then it says Jesus asked, how much bread do you have? And they said, 7 loaves. Now we know what happens with this scripture. Jesus blesses those 7 loaves. They distribute it. It comes back in basketfuls. They have way more than they need. What Jesus is teaching the disciples is that with Jesus, you have what's needed. In your life right now, I pray that you hear these words, that with Jesus, you will always have what's needed. Now, that means that the church is here for you. That means that your neighbors are here for you. That means that we will get through this together, and that Jesus has the capacity to multiply what little we have and to sustain us in the journey ahead. The second thing that we can learn from this scripture, and that I pray that just soaks into your soul right now, is that Jesus will bless what you give, and he will multiply it in the lives of other people. That those disciples, they could have just said, you know what, there's 12 of us, there's 7 loaves of bread. They could have said, Jesus, if you're asking how much we have, we don't have anything. We just need to save it for ourselves because it's one of those situations. But that's not what happened. They gave, and it multiplied in the lives of other people, and it came back to them in basketfuls. Similar is true for us when we are free with the things that we have and trusting of God. God does great things in our life. It doesn't mean that you're going to end up getting a Rolls Royce. There's a lot of people out there saying that, hey, you give a little bit of money to the church or you give a certain percentage of your income, that kind of stuff. Man, those people, they're not understanding what Jesus is calling them into. Jesus is calling us into a life of trust that will have an overflow as he demonstrates his power to provide. And so my prayer is that this scripture seeps. What is the word, Ben? Seeps? Do we want the scripture to seep into someone's soul? Soak? I already said soak. That's why I was trying not to say soak again. Anyway, you know what we mean. We love you, and we hope this scripture helps you out a little bit. We've got the 4U series coming up. That's the first thing I want to tell you about. And this 4U series is based on this premise. I love it. I talked to a pastor from India who lives in Texas the other day, and he was saying, hey, you know what? His neighbor doesn't want to go to church because they say church is just not for us. And I said to the pastor, I said, do you realize what your neighbor said to you? They really believe that the church isn't for them. And the question is anyone helping them understand that the church is for them? So it's a fantastic thing. One of the things in the 4U series, can we look at this little postcard? Are we able to zoom in on this thing? This is the VBS postcard. I don't know if we can get there. But this is a cool little thing. It's Paso Pete's Wild Adventure, and we have a thing to celebrate. Someone, because of the Highlands Church special offering, we have these envelopes out there for people to give Highlands birthday gifts. By the way, these things change lives, so please give what you can. But this Paso Pete's Wild Adventure, one person said they're going to pay for all the scholarships that are needed for any kid to go to VBS, which is so amazing. Ben, One of the things that is coming up too is we have Mother's Day this Sunday. And, no, Mother's Day is in 2 Sundays. I don't have my Mother's Day gift dialed in yet. But we have Mother's Day in 2 Sundays on May 10th, I believe. And one of the things that happens every year is we do the Mother's Day pictures. And I stumbled across this Mother's Day picture from a couple of years ago. And beautiful, right? But do you remember that there was at one of the Mother's Day pictures, and it's so good because the mothers, they get the great pictures, right? And have you had any of those pictures done for your family?
Yeah, I've got a few of them on my desk, and I just watch my kids go like bloop, bloop,
yeah.
bloop.
And one of the things you forget to do as a parent is to take family pictures. So this keeps it disciplined.
Yep.
And do you remember that there's a guy who proposed to his wife during the Mother's Day pictures a couple of years ago?
Yeah, that's right.
Wasn't his name JC? Of course his name was JC. We love JC. JC, if you're listening to this, we want to hear how that turned out.
Yeah.
I mean, it's been a long time. But anyway, amazing things are happening. And then on top of that, we have the food distribution, and that's really important too. And I'm going to make you zoom in one more time if you can.
I can do it.
Check this out. They have a list of all the things that are needed for our food bank on Wednesdays to deliver. So we have enough money to buy the food at the stores, but this stuff helps if people can bring in this food on Sundays. And if you're online, just at home, you can just bring it Sunday after church. Just drive through the parking lot. You don't even have to stop. You can just throw it out the window and see what happens. We'll catch it. Anyway, we love what you guys are doing to help us get across the finish line with these awesome things. Paso Pete's Wild Adventures, the food bank, which is just so amazing. What else do we have? Oh, concert coming up, right, Ben? And men's kayak retreat.
Yeah.
Men's kayak retreat. Ben, he will always tell you about the kayak retreat. We've already got like 10 guys signed up for that, and there's 40 spots.
Yeah, 40 spots and maybe more.
I'm not signed up, but I'm going, so there's one gone.
I might have put your name in already. I can't remember.
Okay.
But yeah, that's happening, and it's actually in September, and I want everybody to know, I want you to know that I consult many, many wives before I select these dates.
Oh, so it's the best dates for families.
Well, it's just nice to, if the guy's going to be gone for the weekend, it's nice to be in a little bit of rhythm after school starts and things start to calm down. So we found that early September tends to be a really great time to do that. There's not a whole lot else going on.
And people are tuning out because we're only talking to 30 people, and hundreds of people are listening to this whatever this thing is. I don't know what this is anymore.
Yeah.
But the point is, they can pray for it and they can tell their friends about it.
Yeah.
And they will need to pray for it because the men usually jump off of cliffs go. And it's not as daring as it sounds. It's actually pretty tame.
It's much more terrifying than it is.
It's scary, but it's not dangerous.
It's not
fun.
necessarily dangerous. It's just terrifying.
And then we also have high school summer camp, middle school summer camp. We believe that this year is going to be. Did I say cramp? You're laughing.
You said summer cramp.
Summer cramp.
That's a whole different thing.
Well, it's at Lake Nasameno, so there might be some cramps going on at summer camp. For high school, middle school, these are important. Pray for them. This is the stuff that changes kids' lives, and we believe that this year is one of the years of greatest opportunity for us as a church to bless our community. And of course, we have this amazing concert on the lawn that's going to be happening May 27th. It's Ben, it's your CD. Your song release party. Are you going to be able to add a little song at the end of this so that people can listen to your music, not yet?
Oh, do you want me to give you? Should we give people a little sample of one of the? Okay.
Can you do it? Okay, he's going to give you a sample of an unreleased song, so don't go sharing it with your music producer friends because they'll steal it. And Beyonce will end up coming up with the same song next week.
I'm not going to share enough to get me in trouble.
Okay.
I can put a little sample at the end. Which one should we do? Which one?
Any one you want. Just surprise me.
I'll give you a little sample at the end here, and you can. But yeah, so the 27th, this whole
food trucks.
It's gonna be a lot of fun. It's gonna be out on the lawn in the evening on a Thursday night. It's just when we can do it.
Yep.
But live music, a little bit of worship. You get to hear my new songs. You get to watch a video too of kind of the making of of the whole recording in the studio in Nashville. It should be a really fun night.
Bring your own picnic meal. Yeah. Bring your own snacks. Bring your own bev. We'll also have a food truck lined up. so that you can also buy from that if you want to. It's just a festival, and it'll be for the whole community. So if you're there and you're like, hey, bring your neighbors, this is the time to do it. So,
and the start of more happening through the summer.
Yep.
So.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. We have not. That's not the last concert. There's going to be a concert, a For You concert. Oh, we should just call it For You concert.
There you go.
June 27th, August 15th, September 19th, and then put it on the calendar. Big Highlands fundraiser is October 3rd. So anyway, a lot is going on. We're very excited about the upcoming year, and we've got big announcements we're working on in the coming weeks. So we'll tell you through this weekly, midweek message thing, whatever we're calling it.
Yeah, even bigger than all that stuff.
Yeah.
That's kind of crazy. But
yep, it's pretty good.
But
so,
it's true.
Get excited for the year ahead. I think, last year it was kind of hard to get anyone excited about everything. Everything we would plan would get canceled. So we decided, don't get anyone excited ever again. But now we're ready to get people excited because this stuff is huge. It's a big year. Again, thank you for your generosity. Thank you for believing in what God is doing in this community. Thank you so much for giving Ben, myself, Kenny, the whole team here, the opportunity to have a front row seat to what God is doing in and through you to change lives. God bless you, and we'll see you again soon. Take care. Bye.
I really need to take some time, look above, try to clear my mind. When everything is gone